welcome in! Following up from our last video where we went over update and alter, today we'll be going over delete and truncate in SQL Server. So delete is used for removing specific data within a table, while truncate removes all data within a table. We will go over 3 different methods for deleting data. Besides doing the simple delete from table without being specific, you can use where clauses. Similar to our last video with the updates, we can also link to a work table, and we'll also be using the exists or not exists with a where clause. Meanwhile, truncate is more indiscriminatory. These hands are rated E for everyone. Truncate does not look at any where clauses. If you even try to put in a where clause, you'll get a error message. And like for any tutorial that I post, all coding is available on GitHub. So to find the code, just go to github.com, click on the magnifying glass at the top of the screen, search for VeeBee coding, and then on the left hand side of the next screen, click on users, and you'll see my name. You can click on my YouTube video files repository, and each file will have the exact same name as the YouTube title. And with that, let's hop right over. So I'm going to be using our VeeBee Tutorials prod database. And to get us started, in case anybody was not a part of the last tutorial, I'm going to be working in the table called buckets for our budget buckets. And I will post all this code here. In case you have any trouble getting to GitHub, feel free to pause the video to copy this and execute to make your buckets table. And then the next section here is just for getting data into that table, just to get you started. So now that you have a table to work from, let's move forward. So let's start with method 1, using a where clause. So like doing any kind of update or alter, whenever you're changing data, I always suggest surrounding it with begin tran, rollback, commit. Begin tran means begin transaction. So let's do delete from buckets the table. And just so I'm already ready, I'm going to add in my select star from buckets, just so we can take a peek at what we had in here from last time. And if you did copy the script above, I did not add a comment, so you may see nulls here, or you will see nulls here. But that doesn't matter for this exercise. Okay, so just to show not adding any kind of where clause, highlight from begin tran to the end of our delete, execute, 12 rows affected. Let's do a quick peek. We see it's empty. So all data was deleted. I'm going to highlight my rollback, execute to undo that delete, go back, all the data is back. Okay, so what if I want to delete something specific? So again, method 1, we're going to be adding our where clause. So where category, I could say where category is equal to bills. That could work. Another method is you can say where it contains a word or is like something. So I could say where category is like, and I'll just say bill. I'll just drop the S, put the %, and leave it like that. So this is looking for where the category begins with bill, but it can end with anything. Likewise, if I put % at the beginning, it is going to search where the category could begin with anything, but it has to end with Bill. You can have percent signs in both the front and the back. You can even add it in multiple words. I could say other expenses, and then it'll find these records down here. So just to go back to my notes here, I'll just go back to say delete from buckets where the category, the second column, is like Bill. Highlight from your begin tran to the end. Only 6 rows affected. Always check your work before committing. I can see all the bills are gone. And since we have a couple more exercises, I'm going to roll back instead of committing, but that is our first exercise. So now let's do our method 2. Join on work table. So first off, let's make a new work table. So let's do that. So making a work table, making a reference for updates. So to do a quick work table, I'm just going to do select star, which is just select everything into, let's give our work table a name. I'm going to start with WK for work table, buckets for deleting. And that data is going to be coming from buckets. 12 rows affected. So let's look at our work table. Select star from work table buckets. Looks good. So now, just for our exercise, I want to make it a little bit different. For the main work table, for the main buckets table to work with. So let's do a quick update to trim down our work table to just what we want. Begin tran. Goodness. Begin tran. Roll back. Commit. Always be safe. And then I'll do delete from our work table, buckets for deleting, where category is not like or does not equal bills. 6 rows affected. So now we're left with just the bills. And commit that change. So when you commit, now that transaction is done. You're seeing the error message because I did it twice. It already saved the first time, so now it's just telling me you have no open transactions. Okay, so now we have our work table ready. So now here's the actual script for our method 2, now that we are prepared. Roll back, commit. Let's do delete from buckets, where delete from buckets from work table, buckets for deletion as B. This is just giving it an alias. I can put whatever I want right here. I'm just using B to make it easy. Where buckets.id equals b.id. So if I did not give it an alias, I would have put the entire work table name right here. But I give it an alias just to save room. So, and again, I'm referencing ID because when I first made my table, I created a column that is actually called ID. And though I didn't specify as primary when I made the table, I'm treating it as the primary. Highlight everything. So now this is going to delete from our buckets table only where it finds matches between the buckets table and our work table it is using as a reference. 6 rows affected. So now let's take a look. Select all from buckets. All of the bills are gone, as expected. So again, I want to go through one more method, so I'm going to roll this back. But normally, if everything looks correct, I would have highlighted commit and then clicked execute. So that was our method 2. Moving on to method 3, where exists or not exists. So this is similar to doing, I guess, a join like this. It's just another way. Begin tran, roll back, commit. We will delete from our table buckets only where the record exists. And it doesn't, because this doesn't quite matter whatever I put here, I'm just seeing if it exists or not. I'm just putting a value. So I'm just putting X, just to have something there. So this is like a subquery looking at our work table, giving an alias. I'm just calling it B. So now for this to understand, I want to have it understand, I want to look at buckets, essentially joining on this work table. So I'm going to say where buckets.id, taking this table name, putting it here, is equal to B, because that's the alias I gave my work table, B.id. Okay. Six rows affected. Select all from buckets. All of my bills are gone. I'm going to roll that back, and I can say where not exists, and just double check if for whatever reason I thought I didn't execute it, even though you can see this window here, you can always hit it again and you're fine. Again, I have no open transactions, so I can highlight all of this again. 6 rows affected. Let's take a look. So now we deleted everything that was not in our work table, which again was filled with only bills. So being able to use exists or not exists is very handy depending on which way you want your update to go. Again, if all the data looks correct, I would highlight commit, click execute. Let's see. That was the three, those were the 3 methods I wanted to go over for delete. I'm going to wrap up with quickly going over truncate. So, begin tran, roll back, commit, truncate table buckets. Looks like star from buckets. Just double checking I did roll back, all good. I have no open transactions. Let's do begin tran, truncate table buckets, execute, commands completed successfully. So you'll notice it doesn't specify, X many rows were affected. It just tells you the script was done. Because truncate completely emptied the table. So now I can roll that back just for another example. So what if I try to put in a where clause? So let's say where category is equal to bills. Already there's a little squiggle here. It says incorrect syntax near where. Let's go ahead and try to execute anyway. Incorrect syntax near the keyword where. Because Truncate does not use that. So think of it this way, where using delete, it's like a Ticketmaster on a train. They're going to ask everybody for their ticket so they can punch it. Even if there's no where clause, the delete is still going to look at every record, which can make it work a lot slower than Truncate. Truncate is more, these hands are rated E for everyone. It will knock out everything. So if you are making a lot, or if you are removing a lot of records, then using Truncate will be a lot more efficient. Otherwise, you might brick your server and cause some errors. And with that, we have completed our quick tutorial on delete and Truncate. Again, all the scripts will be saved on GitHub. There we go. Yes, all the scripts will be saved on GitHub. You can also catch us on Instagram, where I'm going to post quick little bites of code. So that way you don't have to watch the entire video. You can quickly look up a quick little snippet. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day. Bye-bye.